Namaste. I hope you're all feeling okay. I'm feeling well, and I'm good. The only thing that would make it better for me is if I was back in Scotland, but I'm no bit. We're almost there. I'm back at court on Monday, as you all know, and the best that I can hope for at court on Monday is that the trial judge is in place and that I get a date, a kind of reasonable date, and that my trial starts moving anyway. That's the best I can hope for. Really on Monday. That's me being realistic. Well, some of you can't really, you don't have the thing to be realistic, and I'm not going to be here this month, next month, or even in the next 6, unless Britain sends a helicopter to pick me up, you know what I mean, and that's not going to happen either. Just I've got enough on our plate in the Middle East just now. Anyway, the group, I'm on here tonight to thank everybody for everything that you've done in the last June, July, August, September, nearly 6 months, 5 months. Since I started the group one Sunday night, and then it snowballed and mushroomed and whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say about it, and it turned into a bit of a monster, and people helped me with the monster. Anne, Lorenzo, Jack, Mary, Adrian, on the admin side of things, they helped. But each and every one is just by lending your name to the group and by being part of something that I had assembled, if you like, out of a couple of different components and turned it into a Facebook group. It just turned into a big thing. And now, 5 months down the line, Downing Street's aware of me here, and the Scottish Parliament's aware of me here, and I've been on everybody's aware of me in Scotland and my situation. I've done the Radio Scotland thing, thanks to group members arranging it. I've done the Evening Times thing again, thanks to group members arranging it. So I'm really, I'm forever in. I'll be forever in your debt, I suppose. I'll be forever grateful to each and every one of you for everything that you have ever done for the Allow James Joseph Toner to Return to Scotland group. And it's been fantastic. In the last 5 months, I have grown again. I don't mean my waistline. I've grown and I have learned so much about James and my position in relation to other people and everything else that's going on around about me. And that's been really good. I've learnt that like before, things like friends leaving my group, I might have took umbrage to that before, and there's loads of people that told me they were leaving, and that was fantastic. And when I found out other people had left, I thought, I wish they'd have told me, but really I couldn't care less whether they told me or no, because it didn't really affect the way I felt, because I don't allow things like that to affect the way I feel anymore. And it's a good place to be within yourself in the present, and I'm here right now, right here, right now, in what's a Fat Boy Slim, ironically. So I thank you all, and some of the members of the group kind of took it a wee step further, and like Noddy, what you done with the emails was fantastic. You were like a dog with a bone. I know I've known you for 20 odd years, and you're my pal now, and it's still appreciated. And other people who took time to kind of promote my group, I thank all yous as well, in particular, Alan McGee and Don Isaac, for the promotion stuff that she done as well, and for Alan for asking your friends to join my group, and the amount of your friends that joined my group when you done that was quite a lot. It kind of brought the figures up to quite a high number. At one point there was almost 13,000 people in the group, and now there's just over 10,000. And I think that the group has served its purpose. I'm not back in Scotland, but people are aware of me now, and that's a step forward. You know what I mean? That's I'm a step further. I'm a step nearer to him than what I was when I started it, when I began this thing. And anything that's born can die, and anything that's made can be unmade, and anything that is put together can be dismantled, and that's what's happening here. I'm going to dismantle this Facebook group. It served its purpose, and I've learnt, like I said, I've learnt loads from it, and I hope you have as well. Just about even the very thing that, and I know that you sort of say, you're doing really well, and I don't know how you manage it and all that. I believe that inside every single human being is the ability to cope with anything that life throws at them. Sometimes we need to use, I suppose, what people would maybe call alternative kind of methods, and I'm kind of on a spiritual path now, and I've been on it for a while. I actually got on the spiritual path maybe 11 years ago when I joined Alcoholics Anonymous, and didn't really understand it at the time because I was just happy staying after the drink. And then I went to another anonymous group 4 or 5 years ago, and I got into the programme, and I got a bit of AA promises spiritual progress and no spiritual perfection, and we're never going to get that anyway. And basically spirituality for me is an inner calmness, and me being more aware of me and where I fit in or where I don't fit in, or what's to do with me and what's not to do with me. And I think that I've managed to kind of get to a level where I don't really kind of concern myself with what people think too much anymore, and I don't concern myself really too much with what other people do anymore, and I don't concern myself with the past, and I don't worry about time, and I don't worry about the future, because all that's all going to take care of itself when it actually happens. And I know that there'll be some of you probably will say, like, don't shut it down, and I would probably say to you that anybody that asks me not to shut it down is wasting their time and their breath. No, and I don't mean that to be flippant at all, but I've decided I'm shutting the group while we're still in the Premier League, if you like. What I done was start it, and I added to it, and before you knew it, it was fantastic, and it's still fantastic. And I'm shutting the group while it's still fantastic. What I would say to people who are in the group is, if you want to follow what's happening with my case and what's happening with me, add me in your friends list if I'm not already on your friends list. And I'll be keeping people updated anyway on there. There's a couple of things that I want to work on for James in preparation for me going back to Scotland, and that's another reason why I'm shutting the group down. Because I've got a lot of stuff that I want to read and stuff that I'm writing, and I've got a lot of writing to be doing as well, and I'm going to use the time that I've still got here to get things in place for me returning. And you're allowed to do that even on a spiritual plane, you know what I mean? You're allowed to plan for the future. You don't just amble along aimlessly and hope that everything's going to be alright. You're allowed to plan for things, and you're allowed to ask for things to happen. And that's what we've done here. We continue to ask, and we get into a bit of magic and stuff like that, and things have happened, you know what I mean? The judge let me travel, and I'll tell you something else as well. That judge has refused other people permission since she allowed me to travel. And it's in no small part down to use people who join my group. So, like I said, I will be forever grateful to each and every one of you for everything that you've done, for everything that everybody's done. And some of you have became my friends, and that's nice, and it's and I've become close to some of you. And the unfortunate thing about that for me is that I'm at a stage in my life where I'm learning that attachment isn't always good, and I'm finding it easier I know how to detach myself from things now, and I'm still not fantastic at it, but I know now what causes me pain in my mind. I don't mean sore heads, I mean pain and suffering. And I know how to shut down them wee doors where the suffering sneaks in. And one of the ones is, like, everything that brings you joy can also bring you the opposite of joy. Love, for it, love. Your football team, you're mad about your football team when they win, and it's fantastic, and then they get beaten, it's not very good. And all the crap that happens in Glasgow because of that, it's not good either. Stone Roses are reforming, so there you go, good news. And Ian Brown says he's not into tribalism, and I can relate to that. Because all I see on here is tribalism, and it's no good either. It's no good at all. I'm going to develop some sort of I'm working on it just now. Develop something to kind of enhance my own well-being in terms of spirituality. And anybody wants to talk about it, feel free, and I'll point you in the direction where I went originally. And because the thing is, right, that you have spent the last 5 months trying to raise awareness of my plight, and I think now that the world is a pretty shite place just now, and it's not going to get much better in the next foreseeable future. And I think that you have all got to prepare yourselves for that. And the way I do it's the way that I've read that it's a good way to do it. I don't have a big motor with a big loan payment on it, and I've not got a big house with a big mortgage, and I don't really, I've got a wee plain black t-shirt on and a pair of shorts, and I don't really care if I've got big fancy things and stuff like that, because as long as I've got a warm well-being feeling inside me, then that's good enough for me today. And I think we should be starting to look again about towards the communities that we live in, and also I think that to help us in the future, I'm using the word we just kind of sweetly, I suppose, and I don't mean each and every single one of these or us, but we should encourage individuality rather than encourage people to conform to a consensus. I just believe this anyway. Again, it's what I've read and what I've heard, and it's easy to control people if you're all the same and you all like the same TV and music and you all wear the same clothes and stuff like that. Than it is if everybody has got this wee bit of individuality, and that's even although I feel that we are all the same, you know what I mean, we're all made up of energy, and the energy all came from the same place, whether it was for the splitting of an atom or whatever, I suppose it was that anyway, but we are all energy, and some of us will get more chromosomes than others, and that's what makes us different. But we're not really different in that respect. But each person should be encouraged to cultivate, if you like, their own individuality, and shouldn't be like I see on here like quite a lot of people slaughtering people because they're into something different. It's always been the same, you know what I mean, but it's now a time for to try and revert to back to the way it was, where before the media kind of done what they've done, newspapers, television, magazines have got everybody wanting the big car, the big house, and that's why there's a lot of people in the shitey mess, because 100% mortgages and bankers being cunts, basically. And I think you've got to get yourself ready for this year's been bad, next year's going to be worse, and I've been saying that for a wee while. The only good thing about next year is that on the 29th and the 30th of June in Heaton Park, the Stone Roses are going to be playing. So far, everything else is going to get worse. Prices are going to get higher. Wages are going to get lower. Tradesmen are being asked to take the minimum wage just now. The same guys who were getting paid £15 an hour a year or 2 years ago are getting asked to take $6.50 now for doing the same amount of back-breaking work. And it's not these guys' fault, you know what I mean? It's all down to the bankers. But you've got all that to live with, and I'll have it to deal with as well when I get back. So I've got to try and get myself ready, and it's again, that's one of the reasons why I'm shutting the group. If I didn't name you the night, don't take offence, because I love each and every one of you, because you are the same as me. You are human beings, and I think that's one of the things that's wrong with the world, that too many people just don't take time to have a wee think about. A wee example: I was going to a waterfall yesterday, and we drove along the road. The day before is a big Catholic feast here, and yesterday we were driving along the road towards this waterfall, and there was a guy lying in the middle of the road, and the taxi driver swerved. I'm talking the busy highway, and the taxi driver swerved round about him, and I was like, "Jokey, did we stop him?" And he was like, "No, he's drunk." And I was like, "He's drunk, what?" And I reminded him about St Paul on the road to Damascus, and he just laughed and went like that, and he kept driving. He didn't give a fuck for the drunk guy lying in the middle of the street. I swore a few times tonight, I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way I feel. Anyway, at this point, you have gave me 18 minutes of your time to listen to me telling you that I'm going to dismantle the group that you have put so much into. Don't take it personally, because it's not meant personally. This is my life. You have come in and gave me a wee bit of your life, and I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, anybody that wants to join me on Facebook without actually being in the group is more than welcome. I've got court on Monday. I'll keep the group open until Monday, and on Monday I will be, when I come back from court, I'll post something, let you know what happened, and on Monday night at some point later on, or maybe early Tuesday morning, I'll shut the group down. Again, thanks very much for your time for watching this. Thanks very much for all the time, effort and everything you put into it. Thanks everybody who lent your name to my group and who even spoke to somebody else about it. I'll never be able to thank you all personally, because I'll never ever know some of you. I really appreciate it, and don't think I don't, because I'm shutting the group down. With that, I'm probably going to run out of time pretty shortly. I hope I've not bothered or offended anybody, as we say at Alcoholics Anonymous. Thanks very much for your time again. And listen, I'm good. I'm in a good place, and you have helped me get here. So I hope you have all took something out of it as well. Thanks very much for your time again.